When did you first experience being stalked and targeted like this?
The first time I experienced it is when I was walking down the road. People started to follow me.
Because if you're a TI, you're in an assassination program.
It's like a worst nightmare that you know you will end up waking up from.
Trying to explain this in a way that's understandable.
I've got moving implants attached to my skeleton, enabling me to be controlled remotely.
I've got stuff in my body because I've had beeps going off inside my head.
好啦，歡迎嚟到 Crazy World。咁咧，今集咧就繼續翻咧 Matthew Choi 咧講緊呢個被 V2K 嘅 targeted individual 嗰幾個 section 啦。不過喺開始之前咧，想俾大家睇下咧唔同嘅 TI 經歷咗啲咩嘅。
Electronic harassment, synthetic telepathy, voice-to-skull technology. Chances are you haven't heard of these terms, but after searching the internet, I found dozens of websites dedicated to the phenomenon, residents who say they're victims.
We are TIs, targeted individuals.
This is not a joke. This is not science fiction.
Because people know nothing about mind control. They don't know that your thoughts can be changed.
I'm standing here today because the person who should be standing here has been murdered. Max Spears was part of a program of extremely secret enhanced human beings. This involves use of implants, and we have another gentleman here in this room called Kieran Lee Perrin. Kieran Lee Perrin is part of the British Targeted Individuals program. He's got implants inside his head. These are things you can actually see and measure. Lots and lots and lots of people now have these implants in their head. But if we do not engage this problem, we as humans are finished.
So are you yourself a targeted individual?
Oh yes. Some people that I'm dealing with, they deal with gang stalking predominantly, manipulation of their lives by others. The ones at the more extreme end, like myself, we're dealing with technological manipulation, which is V2K. Voice-to-skull technology.
Wow, okay.
So I can be communicated with in my head.
What does that feel like? Are you hearing voices inside your head?
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. It's literally a loud voice. I mean, it's in some scientific journals described as the voice of God technology. I am a mind control target.
Oh, I see.
So I've got ICT implants in my head. They've been giving me money for years. And it was government doctors that examined me and saw my scans and said, you're telling the truth, but don't ever come back here again. And they gave me a flat and some money, but nobody will talk to me. It's done via satellite. It's done via satellite. I can be hooked up to a wireless network too. It's military technology.
So are you being controlled?
I can be, yeah.
Oh, okay. So who's controlling you then?
It will be military, but there are lots of corporate companies involved as well.
I thought it only exists in the film, but...
Yeah, well, that's why they make films about it, so people think that. The implants here, they're ICT implants here, in the red boxes, essentially, and that's them blown up.
Have you had a doctor look at these?
Oh, yeah. My dentist, who's PhD level educated, he just said, look, you don't need any medical training whatsoever to see that these are foreign bodies.
Okay.
That's the real game changer, that probe. And you can see the fragments of another one which has been broken.
And have you ruled out every other possibility before thinking that they might be implants?
Oh, absolutely. I've used all this stuff in defending myself in official situations. The reports I've got on both MRI scans say there are no abnormalities showing. They were trying to discredit me, saying that I needed psychiatric treatment, and they were covering it up.
I don't want to hurt you.
Uh-oh, all right.
That right there, that thing right there.
Yeah, that's an implant.
5 years ago, a friend of mine drugged me. 5 days went by. I was unconscious. I couldn't move. I woke up in a motel room. I was pretty much left for dead. During that time while I was unconscious, I believe he put a chip in me. I believe there is a chip somewhere in my body. I'm not sure where. When I started hearing voices, I picked up a computer and Googled hearing voices. That's what led me into the electronic harassment. But I don't believe it's the military doing it to me. I suspect that attackers are using government satellites to be able to insert voices into my head.
咁咧，我咧就揀咗兩個 case 嚟講啦。咁兩個 case 咧都係話佢哋有植入物嘅。咁第一個 case 咧就話佢自己咧喺牙肉啊上顎嗰度附近嘅上邊嗰排牙肉咧就有兩塊 chips 嘅。咁佢就話自己照個 MRI scan 啦，而且咧就叫嗰個記者咧就伸隻手去摸佢上邊究竟係咪有硬嘢。咁啊個記者咧就話係 feel 到有硬嘢嘅。咁咧佢就話咧個醫生咧就話佢冇問題，好正常。咁個醫生話咧如果你成 成日懷疑自己有呢啲咁嘅植入物呢，就覺得佢係心理有問題，就叫佢要去睇心理醫生咁樣啦。如果想聽晒全集嘅話，可以去左邊呢個網址，大家可以單獨購買集數或者加入我哋嘅付費會員計劃㗎。